everybody. Thank you for coming in my kitchen. This is Stephanie. I appreciate you all. Thank you again for always subscribing, for always giving me a thumbs up, and for sharing and liking and helping me to grow this channel. I appreciate everybody, so please keep doing that. In the future, I spoke with my daughter. I think we're going to start with probably this video. When I reach between 8,000 and 10,000 subscribers, I'm going to be more specific as I get, as time goes on, I'm going to be more specific. But in this particular video, I'll be really clear when I pinpoint it. If you say, making oatmeal cookies, okay? And oatmeal and raisin cookies, because Sharita's been bugging me for this for probably a year. So I said, she asked me again for it. So I happen to have all the ingredients in the house, and I'm going to make those cookies. Now for my Weight Watchers green plan, if you eat a whole cookie, it's going to be about 10 points, especially if they're supposed to make 16 cookies. So that would be 10 points if you eat it. If you eat half of it, it's 5 points. You know, that's what but I'm making it basically the way the recipe says, with a little of my extra in it. But here we go. So I'm going to start off with, first of all, I'm going to start off with the fact that I have in this bowl, I have some flour, I have some baking soda. I am using some Himalaya salt right here because one of my subscribers said that I should probably try to use that because it's better for my health. It's better, that kind of salt, her doctor says, is better for your health and for diabetes. So I'm going to give it a try, and that's also in this bowl. And then I have cinnamon and right here, and I have some nutmeg right there. Now, also I'll put all the amounts that I put in this bowl in my description at the bottom, so you can always see that. So that's the first thing. And then I have to whisk this, so I'm just gonna, use a fork and stir it. And then in this bowl, I have to put my glasses on, can't see. In this bowl, I have 1.5 sticks of softened butter that I left out, so it got pretty soft. And so that's right here. I'm gonna put the rest of the stuff in. But before I even do that, I'm starting with this is hot water. This is boiling hot water, as a matter of fact. And here's the raisins. The raisins are right here. This is 1/2 cup of raisins. I'm putting the raisins in the water. I'm going to show it like this. I'll put the raisins in the water like that, and then they'll plump right back up. So I'm going to leave them right on the side for a few minutes so that they'll get plump. They'll be sitting on the side when I'm ready for them. So they're going to sit there and get right for me. I'm going to put them right over there. Okay, now in this bowl, I have 1.5 sticks of butter. And I also have right here, I have light brown sugar, this pack, and this is 1/2 cup. Putting that in here. There it goes. And now I'm going to use my mixer, my hand mixer, guys. And it's going to be on for about 2 minutes. This mixer here, my favorites. I had the red one like this, and it's one of my favorites. And I'm going to put the link at the bottom if you want to try this particular brand. And now I'm going to let it go until it gets creamy, and I'll be back in when the 2 minutes are over. Okay, that's creamy. All right. So, this is nice and creamy. This is nice and creamy. I want to move it out, this out the way for a sec. Just a little bit over there. Okay, this is nice and creamy. That's the way it's supposed to look. You know, like whipped cream or like good frosting actually. That's what it looks like. Okay. And now the next step is to add the egg and okay. So the next thing is to add the egg. Here's the egg. Got an egg right here. Want to add the egg in and the flavorings. Okay. It calls for the vanilla flavoring. It calls for 1.5 teaspoons. So here's the 1.5 teaspoons. Is that what it says? It says vanilla. Yep, 1.5 teaspoons. So this is a 1/2 teaspoon, and let me get a teaspoon, a full teaspoon. Here we go. Tablespoon. Here's a teaspoon. All right. Here's a teaspoon, and here's a 1/2 teaspoon. Right there. Teaspoon, 1/2 teaspoon. So it says 1.5. So, you know me. I don't know why I even looked at the 1/2 because I'm not going to put a 1/2 in. I'm going to put 2 teaspoons in. I'm not putting a 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla in. I like the flavor of vanilla. So, but that's what the recipe calls for. And then I'm also a little extra, and I'm also going to add some almond. Some almond motion right here. Just a little dab, which, yeah, I'm going to call it a quarter. I'm just going to put a drop. You see, this is a drop right here. That's it. Put a drop in. The egg, and then I'm going to mix it up again. But that, if you heard that sound, that was my oven. It's supposed to be on 350 degrees, and it should be preheating. And that's what it's basically doing right now. So, in we go again. I'm going to go back. I'm going to take this out for a second. Hold on. Take this out. There we go. I want to get that all off. And don't want that on the counter. So I'm going to leave it like that. And here we go. Now I'm going to beat this again until it's smoother. And we'll be back. Watch. Now, next thing goes in. I'm going to move my bowls for just a second. I'm moving this bowl over here because I want to show you guys that I have to mix this up. So I'm gonna whisk it with a fork. I'm not getting a whisk for this, just a regular old fork. And you want to mix all of this together. So again, we got flour in here. We got baking soda in here. We got Himalayan salt in here. We got cinnamon, and we have nutmeg in here. Smells like fall, right? That's a cookie right there. So that's what we have going on in here. Now, it also says at this particular point, when I mix that all together, it says, drop the cookies. Let me see. Okay, the next thing it says is to add the oats. So here's my oats, and I need 3 cups of oats right here. So, rolled oats I got. 3 cups I got. So let me put them in. One. Two. And 3. 3 cups of oats goes in with the flour mixture. All right, so now I'm going to put in this oat mixture in with this, my mixture here. I'm going to put it in thirds, and we're going to see how that comes out because it's going to be a very thick mixture. Very, very thick mixture. So I'm going to put in a third of it, guys. Here we go. Put a third in here. That's about a third. That's a little, yeah, it's about a third. Now, here we go. I'm going to mix it in. One third. Two thirds. It's another third. Boy, it smells like autumn in here with this. Those spices make it smell like autumn. And then here's the last one. Okay. I'm going to finish this up with my hand. Mix it together. Get it in here. Okay. This really smells good. I guess if you have one of these for breakfast, your 10-point breakfast with some coffee or some tea, that could be a breakfast because it's got oatmeal in it, and that's healthy, you know. So for nothing else, maybe you can have that one day, in my opinion. But if you just want a treat, you should have some. That's what I'm talking about. Now, back to my raisins. Here we go. These raisins have been in this hot water. Still kind of warm, but they've been in there. So now what I'm going to do is drain the raisins, drain the water off, and I'm going to pop them in. So stir it up a little bit. And I'm going to drain it, and I'll be right back when I drain it. Okay. I've drained my raisins. They're back here. And you see my raisins already drained out, putting them in. And in now, I'm going to mix it in by hand. Get them in here. Okay. All right now. All right, so I'll be right back as I move everything over so I can show you my my pans, my cookie sheets, and so I can show you how I'm going to put them on a cookie sheet. Be right back. All right, now I am going to take this mixture and I'm going to use this scoop and I'm going to put them on, and it's supposed to make 16. It's supposed to make 16 cookies. So let's see. If it makes more than that, then it's less points. But we'll see. Let's see how many it does make with this particular scoop. Okay. So I'm going to show you one. They need to be spaced apart. So I'm going to show you one. Matter of fact, I'm going to show you two. Maybe I'll get 3 on here. I think that this may be a little bit less than 10 points. We have to have some space between them so they can spread. But I'm going to do 3 and show you what it says to do after that. Okay, there's 3. It says to wet your fingers. I got a little thing here. Wet my fingers. Wet my fingers and press it down. Press them down. So you got some cookies like that. So that's why it needs to be sort of spread out. So put a little bit down here. And I'm going to spread it. Now it don't have to be a perfect circle. If you don't see a raisin, then put a raisin in there. You know, if you want to see more raisins, put a raisin in there. I wonder if I could put chocolate chips in here too. Maybe I will. I might put a little bit of that in here. Oatmeal chocolate chip cookie. Oatmeal raisin chocolate chip. How's that for a cookie? All right. Spread it down with my fingers and some water. Here we go. All right, so this is what I'll be doing, and I'll show you how the end of it looks and how many cookies we end up with. All right, I'm going. Okay, so my cookies gave me 14 cookies instead of 16 cookies. So maybe mine a little bit bigger. So maybe it's a little more than 10 points. But it is what it is. These are the cookies. I'm going to put them in the oven now. And you'll watch me do that. And it has to stay in the oven for about 15 minutes until they're brown. So I will show you what they look like when they come out. After they come out, they need to sit on their pan that they cooked in for like 15 minutes or so, and then you can remove them and then put them on a cooling rack and let them cool completely. So this is what we're going to do, okay? And I'm going to put them in the oven now. So I have put have had these in like about 20 minutes really, and my oven's a little off, but I have it in for like 20 minutes. It needs to just get brown on the side. So I'm going to open my oven and show you guys what they look like. Pull it out. Now, okay. I'm pulling them out. Okay. Here goes one. They have to cool just like they are before I even touch them and think about eating them. Yeah, these are nice and brown. Okay. Those are brown on the top. These are not as brown as these. So, you know what I'm going to do actually? I'm going to put the other ones back in. But you guys will see what they look. I'm going to put the other ones on the top rack for another couple of minutes. Okay. Put it on for about minutes. All right, I'm gonna put the other ones back on the top because these are obviously browner than the ones that were on the bottom rack. So, but you see what they look like. And we have to leave them here. Don't bother them for like 5 minutes or 15 minutes. But I want you to see the back of one of them. That's how they look. They're nice and brown, golden brown. And it smells like fall in here. It really does. They smell delicious. They smell really, really good. So I'm going to wait for the 5 more minutes. I'll pull the other one out. I'll be right back. Okay. All right, I'm going to pull out the other ones. Stay with them for another 5 minutes on the top rack, which could be, that could be an issue. And they are much browner on the top rack. So I'd say when you make your cookies, try to get them, the whole batches, on your top rack, at least in my oven. But there they go. And they are brown. They are beautiful. So if you put them on the top rack, say they can stand about 15 to 18 minutes, but they got to be on the top rack at 350. So that's how they got brown. Anyway, can't eat them because they have to cool off. And they have to completely cool off. I'm going to take a picture of them, and, you guys will see them, but I'm sure they'll be good, and I will report on how good they are, probably on one of my Sunday shows, probably on maybe today. I'm doing a Sunday. Today is Sunday. Today is October 11th. We off tomorrow, thank God. Anyway, so I'll be doing my Sunday show. So if you want to know what I think probably I'll be talking about them on that particular show this evening, this evening, when I do Sunday show. So anyway, check that show and you'll know how I really feel about them. But we'll do this later.
How do we see that show?
You always see my show on it go back to actually you'll know because you'll see it it'll be Sunday dinner, I think number 34. That's what it's going to be. It should be number 34. I believe I'm on 33 right now. So it should be number 34. So that's when you'll know that I'll be talking about these cookies, because by then it should be nice and cool by the time I get them done. But they smell marvelous. It smells like fall in here.
But again, this is my first time watching it, and I'm really enjoying you. But tell me more about that Sunday show. What time does it come on?
Oh.
And how do I get it?
Okay, so my Sunday, I use a Sunday stream with my daughter, and we usually do whatever I'm going to have for dinner or some part of what I'm going to have for dinner. And it's usually almost every Sunday. It's not every Sunday. And it comes on at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that's when it is if you want to see it. But if you missed it, you can always go back into the YouTube channel and you can always see that video. And I'm going to talk about a little bit more about, I'm going to do a giveaway, a $50 giveaway. When I get between 8,000 and 10,000 subscribers, and I want to try to get this before the end of this year in December of 2020. So I'm either going to do it the last week of December or the first week of January. So, and we're going to do a calculation. Sharita knows how to put it in some kind of calculation app, and and pick out whoever's name that is. And at that particular point, you can email me your address so I can actually send your card to you from Amazon, so you can have it right there. That's how I'm going to do that. So that. I just made it up all in my head, and it sounds right to me. I think that's what we're going to do, and I'll be talking about it in all my videos going forward. So come back to this video, and you will know. Okay. Thank you, though. I really do appreciate you guys. I'm growing because of you, and I appreciate everything you do, and I really love doing these kind of videos. And and I have not made any oatmeal cookies, but this is my first time, and they smell marvelous. So I know they gotta taste marvelous. So that's what I do. I do what I do, and I love what I do, and I love you guys, and have a wonderful day. Mwah. See you. Bye-bye.